Angel Reese.
So lads, Angel Reese did what everybody expected Angel Reese to do.
Even on jersey retirement day, Angel Reese gotta be petty.
A jersey retirement is supposed to be a sacred night in sports. It's a moment of pure celebration, where a franchise honors a legend who defined an era. But on the night Candace Parker's legacy was meant to be cemented in the rafters, one rookie's silent protest screamed louder than all the applause combined. Angel Reese didn't just refuse to play along, she hijacked the entire narrative, turning a night of respect into a declaration of war that has the entire sports world divided. And what she did has many believing she's gone way too far.
All of the players wore these shirts with Candace Parker's number on it, as you can see right here, the 3 on the coach. All of the players wore it except one, Angel Reese. Candace Parker's a freaking living legend, bro.
Inside the arena, the message was supposed to be one of unity. Every single player, coach, and staff member of the Chicago Sky was dressed in a special tribute shirt honoring Candace Parker, her number emblazoned across their chests. It was a sea of respect for the woman who brought the city its first and only WNBA championship. But as the cameras panned across the court, one figure stood out like a glitch in the Matrix. Angel Reese was a lone island of black in her standard team warm-up, making it painfully obvious she was the only person who refused to wear the tribute. It wasn't a mistake, it was a statement. And it was a statement that would ignite a firestorm.
He gave the finger to Candace Parker during her retirement ceremony. Or not jersey retirement ceremony.
This tension didn't come out of nowhere. It had been simmering for months, sparked by a single television broadcast. Candace Parker, in her new role as a sharp-witted analyst for TNT, had offered her take on the new rookie class. She had plenty of praise for Angel Reese, acknowledging her MVP potential, her relentless motor, and her undeniable talent. But she didn't place Reese in the same top tier as established superstars like Aja Wilson or Breanna Stewart. For a competitor as fierce as Reese, who sees herself as a generational talent, anything less than the top spot felt like a slap in the face. But the general analysis wasn't what lit the fuse. It was one specific sentence that turned a simple critique into a declaration of war.
I think it's endless, honestly. You look at her body, you look at her ability to get up and down the floor, and I don't think it's just on the offensive end. I think it's on the defensive end as well.
She was listed like 10 players, and she put her as the same tier as Brink, and then said she has a potential to be an S-tier player. Like, she literally said, during her tier list.
As Parker broke down the Chicago Sky's roster, she delivered a line that would echo across the internet. If Angel Reese is your third best player, your organization is in a great spot. But if she's your number one option, you're in trouble. To the casual fan, it sounded like fair analysis of a developing team, but to Angel Reese and her legion of supporters, it was the ultimate disrespect. Parker wasn't just questioning her skill, she was questioning her ability to be a franchise player, the face of a team. In Reese's world, those weren't just words. They were a direct challenge to her entire identity.
That Angel Reese was not going to celebrate Candace Parker. Why? Because I shit you not, Candace Parker said that Angel Reese is not as good as Paige Becker's.
Reese's response was swift and brutal, but she didn't use her own words. Instead, she turned her massive social media platform into a war room. She began liking and retweeting a flood of posts from fans and critics who were dragging Candace Parker through the mud. The narrative quickly shifted. Parker was no longer a respected analyst. She was a hater, a jealous veteran trying to dim a young star's shine. By amplifying these voices, Reese was co-signing the attacks, transforming a professional opinion into a deeply personal and very public feud. She was sending a clear message: if you come at me, my army of fans will come for you.
She got rage baited by people online, and then she started retweeting like personal shit about Candace Parker as well. Like, she started retweeting like, oh, Candace is just jealous of Angel that she stole her vet and all this.
So when the night of Parker's jersey retirement arrived, the air was thick with tension. This wasn't just another game on the schedule. It was the first time the two worlds would collide since the drama exploded online. The Chicago Sky organization rolled out the tributes, the speeches, and the commemorative shirts, hoping to create a night of flawless celebration. But Reese saw her opportunity. Standing there in her own gear, she made sure her defiance was visible to everyone. It was a calculated move, a silent but deafening rejection of the person everyone else was there to honor. She was telling Parker and the world, I don't respect you, and I don't care who knows it.
Angel Reese being super petty with Candace Parker on her jersey retirement in Chicago, man. This was wild. Angel Reese is not rocking with Candace Parker at all.
In the world of professional sports, there are unwritten rules, and the most important one is respecting those who paved the way. Even the fiercest rivals often put their differences aside to honor a legend's career. We saw it with Caitlin Clark, who was publicly targeted by WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes with false claims and doubts about her game. Clark's response was pure class. She praised Swoopes and took the high road. That's the standard. That's why Reese's move was so shocking. It wasn't just a fashion choice. It was a deliberate violation of the league's unspoken code, a move that many players, past and present, saw as a step too far.
She literally said that Angel Reese has the potential to be an MVP. Literally, and apparently, all the shade started from her saying, and I'm not joking.
The fallout was immediate and explosive. The media had a field day, with timelines flooded with words like petty, disrespectful, and classless. Prominent sports analysts like Stephen A. Smith went on national television and blasted Reese, calling her behavior unprofessional for making a Legends Night all about herself. But on the other side, a legion of her fans praised her for her authenticity. They saw it as a power move, a refusal to fake respect for someone she felt had publicly undermined her. The debate raged. Was this an act of immature ego or an iconic moment of a star refusing to bow down?
Angel Reese said, no.
As the chaos swirled online, Candace Parker was the picture of grace. During the live broadcast of the game that very night, she had every opportunity to fire back. Instead, she took the high road, delivering a masterclass in professionalism. When asked about Reese, Parker didn't take the bait. She complimented her athleticism, praised her relentless motor, and repeated that her potential was endless. She was the composed veteran rising above the drama, which only made Reese's silent protest look even more personal and pointed. Parker proved she could separate her analysis from personal feelings, a distinction Reese seemed unwilling or unable to make.
Could you imagine, Caitlin Clark's gone out of her way to celebrate Sheryl Swoopes. And Sheryl Swoopes not only didn't said that Caitlin Clark wasn't that good at basketball, she lied about Caitlin Clark.
But to understand why Reese acted this way, you have to look deeper than the surface-level drama. This wasn't just a rookie throwing a tantrum, it was the calculated move of a player who is wired differently. Some athletes internalize criticism and use it as silent fuel. Others, like Reese, see any form of doubt as a public challenge that must be met with an equally public show of force. Her entire persona, from the Bayou Barbie to the Cheetown Barbie, is built on controlling her own narrative and refusing to be defined by others. For her, wearing that shirt would have been an act of submission, an admission that Parker's opinion held power over her. The black warm-up wasn't just defiance, it was an act of self-preservation for a brand built on unapologetic confidence.
And I mean, say what you want, this is the pettiest shit I've ever seen. But
then came the ultimate crushing irony. While all the drama was focused on what Angel Reese didn't wear, her performance on the court told its own story. She played with a vengeance, grabbing an astonishing 17 rebounds and breaking Tina Charles's record for the most double-doubles in a player's first 2 seasons. It was a stat line that screamed, "I belong," and yet the Chicago Sky still lost. Reese's individual brilliance couldn't overcome the team's struggles, and her shaky offensive night stood out. In a haunting twist of fate, the game's results seemed to prove Candace Parker's controversial point. With Reese as the #1 option, the team was in fact in trouble.
I'm sorry, Candace Parker was right about her assessment on Angel Reese. Is that Angel Reese, if is a hell of a third option and is not a good first option for your team.
While the world was busy debating her motives, a deafening silence came from the one place that mattered most, her own locker room. Every other player on that team wore the tribute shirt. They stood beside her, participating in a ceremony she publicly rejected. This kind of individual act, no matter the justification, inevitably creates a fracture. Did her teammates see it as a leader taking a stand, or as a star putting her personal beef above team unity on a night that was supposed to be about franchise history? These are the quiet tensions that can tear a team apart, forcing players to navigate the awkward space between supporting their teammate and respecting a legend of the game.
She has 17 rebounds. She has 6 of them right there, though. One more time, y'all.
This firestorm couldn't have come at a more pivotal moment for the WNBA. The league is riding an unprecedented wave of popularity, largely fueled by the Caitlin Clark effect. Viewership is shattering records, and new fans are tuning in every night. In one sense, this drama is exactly what the league needs. Rivalries, storylines, and polarizing figures create the kind of must-see TV that has fueled the NBA for decades. But it's a double-edged sword. This incident also feeds into a tired, sexist narrative that critics love to push that women's sports are consumed by cattiness and personal drama. It puts the WNBA in a precarious position. Does it lean into the chaos for ratings, or does it try to control the narrative to protect its image?
Be putting that on, and she standing on it.
It's worth asking the question, what would have happened if this was the NBA? Imagine a top rookie, say Victor Wembanyama, refusing to wear a tribute shirt for a retiring legend like LeBron James or Stephen Curry. The backlash would have been biblical. He would be labeled selfish, a locker room cancer, and a player who doesn't get it. There would be no debate about him being iconic or authentic. He would be crucified by the media and former players alike. The fact that Reese's actions have sparked a genuine debate rather than universal condemnation reveals the unique space the WNBA currently occupies, a league still defining its culture, where a new generation's rebellion against the old guard can be seen as either progress or poison.
It is what it is. It's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. I got to keep it real.
This incident can't be viewed in a vacuum. It's another chapter in the construction of the Angel Reese brand. From her "you can't see me" gesture to Caitlin Clark in the NCAA championship, to her unapologetic trash talk, Reese has been cultivating a polarizing persona. She knows that in the modern sports landscape, being a villain can be just as profitable as being a hero. Controversy generates clicks, sells merchandise, and keeps your name in the headlines. This wasn't just an emotional reaction, it was a branding decision. She is positioning herself as the anti-hero of the WNBA, the one who will break the rules and challenge the old guard. And it's working.
Reese just could not do it. She just couldn't do it.
And the immediate fallout proved her strategy, for better or worse, was effective. In the days following the incident, her social media engagement skyrocketed. Her jersey sales saw a noticeable spike as fans who loved her defiance rushed to show their support. In the economy of modern fame, polarization is a business model. The people who already disliked her now had another reason to, but they were never her target audience. Her goal was to energize her base, to become a symbol for anyone who has ever felt doubted or disrespected. She cashed in on the chaos, turning a moment of perceived disrespect into a powerful marketing tool that further solidified her place as the most talked-about rookie in the league. So, as the dust settles, we're left with the image of a retired jersey hanging in the rafters, forever sharing its story with the black warm-up top that tried to overshadow it. Angel Reese made a choice that will follow her for the rest of her career. The question is, what will its legacy be? Was this a grave misstep? A moment of youthful arrogance that revealed a lack of respect for the game's history? Or was it a brilliant, calculated move from a new-age superstar who understands that in the battle for relevance, attention is the only currency that matters? Whether you see her as petty or powerful, one thing is certain: you can no longer ignore her.